You were sat beside a classic Tsundere twin-tail girl, who instantly began speaking in Tsundereese, telling you not to grow feelings just because you're seat neighbours, and she also won't help you if you forget your book. Fortunately for you, you are fluent in Tsundereese, and you understood her exactly. You tell her that you will grow feelings for her as she asks, and you'll also forget your book, so you have to share, starting tomorrow. Not knowing you'd understand her instantly, she calls you an idiot, standard Tsundereese for, I like you. Arriving to your date, the classic Tsundere immediately begins speaking in Tsundereese, saying that she didn't want to come, but you invited her so incessantly, so she had to arrive. But don't misunderstand her actions. You disarm her barrier by telling her that her good girl aura is escaping through her words, telling her she's earned 2,000 trillion points. You add that her clothes suit her well, making her look adorable, so you'll add an extra 2,000 trillion points. As she is stun-locked by the compliments and good girl points, you go to continue as she is helpless to your words. As you are swiping through your image gallery, the classic Tsundere rushes up to you, asking you about the girl she just saw in your photo gallery. Nervous, she asks if that's your girlfriend, barely hiding her sadness at the thought of you being already taken. You swipe back to the picture and show her. It was her, on your date from the other day. It showed her happily eating a crepe without a care in the world. Recoiling in shock and embarrassment that such a vulnerable moment was caught on camera, she screams at you to delete the image immediately. What could happen next? To be continued in about 2 seconds. As you sat in front of the Tsundere, she thought to herself that you were using your headphones, so you must not be able to hear her saying the magic words. Stuttering, she begins to say, I love you. Leaning back, you look her in the eye saying, love me? In a questioning tone, revealing that you weren't wearing headphones at all and heard her attempted hidden confession. Both of you leapt out of your chairs, with you fleeing from the Tsundere and her chasing you, arms flailing and screaming, I hate you, over and over. Standing by your desk, the Tsundere smugly comments that you must be alone for Christmas, right? Since you're going to be alone, she offers to spend it with you. But knowing how this is going to go, you cut her off. You tell her that you won't be alone since you have someone, not specifying who though. The Tsundere seems to freeze in place, as if time itself had stopped. As it hit her all at once, she regretted everything. The attitude, not saying how she felt, not enjoying every moment as much as possible. Turning to you, she couldn't say a word yet, but her eyes, filled with dread and horror, spoke to you in volumes. Her head bowed low to hide the tears, as she weakly says that she's happy for you. After a long pause, she manages to get out an apology through a quivering lip and shaky voice, her bangs hiding the tears. Seeing you took the joke too far and she took it so seriously, you scream at the top of your lungs that it's her you were spending Christmas with, and no one else. Raising her head, her eyes filled with light and life, as if all hope had been restored to her. She was once again stunned into silence though. Once the Tsundere realized that she didn't lose the happy ending with you, the floodgates burst and the tears flowed freely. She cried so hard that her face went red. You embrace her, telling her that you'll have lots of fun, just the two of you, which she weakly agreed to. You tell her that you planned this thoroughly and she won't be bored, and again, she agreed weakly. Pulling out a handkerchief, you tell her to stop crying and you'll wipe away her tears, as she says a final, okay, before you go and have your own happy end.